Well, morning, good morning, good morning if you're in the UK. Good afternoon if you're in Australia. Well, no, actually, basically, hello. This is a little bit of a bonus broadcast here from California, USA. We've not been burnt to a crisp by the fires. That's always a good start. And we are here, and you can hear the big booming words of young Mr. Mao saying as the track is open. And this is the track. With the cars. Okay, so this is going to be heat 8 of seeding practice for the RC2 class. Going to be heat 9, heat 10, and then the RCGP seeding. And everyone who's been very surprised we're doing this, but remember the actual broadcast itself tomorrow and on Saturday will be on the RCGP site. It's nice to have you all with us. Killing is thrilling. Just met Dave Ronifolk last week, the HP Race Days. Yes. Hello, how are you? Where is this track in California? It's a place called Beaumont, which is about 2.5 hours from LA Airport in traffic and probably a bit less outside of traffic. Off we go. More warnings. So they've got heat 7, 8, and 9. And then we're going to have the seeding practice. Then we're going to have the RCGP seeding practice. This is a bit of practice for us at night. So in this one, we have Luis Gudino, Trent Walker, Billy Talaska, Marcus Garrett, AJ Schumacher, David Martinez, David Carrasco Jr., Jaden Twee, and Jim Audi, which is a great name if you've got an Audi. And we're currently with the blue car going up the straight, which has just crashed. It's got another blue and white machine. This is going to be. I just realised that identifying car numbers in the dark is even more unlikely than identifying them in good weather. So he comes to the bottom of the track, up the little double. Up and over the Pro Line Wall of Death. Number 2, is it? I think 3. That would make it Marcus Garrett, we think, in the blue car. It's very worrying that it's quite so hard to tell the colours at the moment. So we're all getting used to it. You're getting used to it. We're getting used to it. This event is brought to you from RCGP with the Pro Line here in Thunder Alley in Beaumont, California. So we are it's about 10 to 8 at night in California at the moment. So, as is often the want, and there's an accident there. It is the 3. Well done. Well, Stefan, eyes of a... Well, what's these well in the dark? Eyes of somebody who eats lots of carrots, that's what it'd be. So someone's cut half a track and got told off for it. Nope. Let's find somebody else. I'm going to try and find a number first. Right, car just crashed on the main straight. Car number 1 is Yellow Wing, going up to the top of the hill. There we are. So that's car number 1 of Trent Walker. Oh, he's having a lovely time with his crashes. Hang on, does this work? No. There's a long history of the first replays of a day not working. This is what testing's all about. When was that? It was hours ago, wasn't it? So Walker now drops down through the pole jump, up and over and around the infinity corner. He's over the little quad now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Goes back over the start-finish gates. We'll explain more of that when we get to RCGP. Down over the pro line wall of death. Down the hill, going to climb up to the media tent. Oh dear, that didn't work well. Media tent corner, out the top of the track. Before he plunges down 1 and 2. Then it's up and over, and then he completes little jumps into that pole corner again. Oh, when he's at the pole. Oh, wow, this is impressive what the replays are. The replays are absolutely nothing to do with the replays we have coming up. But we've got the graphic this time, so that's better. And we have the correct overlay of timing. So this seeding practice just the fastest 2 laps. And it's Chris Morrell at the moment who has that with 2 laps in 1:12.247 with a fast lap of 35.997. The one car we're looking at here, which is Trent Walker, has a fast of 37.111. He now comes back. Nope. Oh, another problem. Up and over the wall of death. So I think that was impressive. Just a kind of a forward roll as he went round everything. Minute to go. Drop back 1 car and let's see what we get. That's the easiest way of doing this now because I can't see, but there's a long gap, isn't it? Is it car number 3 again? Little camera hog. Yeah, drop another one. Leave the blue and white car. Next car that comes past. Next car. What are you doing? Okay, so we now got the number. Oh, I don't know. This is a good start, isn't it? Was that the next car? That's what happened. The next car was a long way behind. So round the pole corner. 10 seconds for me to find out who this is. Oh, he's going tight, trying to help me out. But my eyes are old and the screen's a bit blurry. I'll tell you what it is now. It's number 7. That was number 7. Chris Morrell. It was the guy who was the fastest driver. Chris Morrell there going past. Green with some yellow wheels. So just a bit of fun. This is a quick hour's broadcast or so. We're going to have Heat 9, then the top heat of RC2, and then RCGP will be entertaining you quite soon. Just like Morrell should finish this lap as he's going to come over the little quad and turn back over and fly high over the starting gate. And that's the pro line wall of death. Oh no, the lap he's doing, blimey. How they call it? So Morrell, actually that lap we just saw was his best lap. It was a 37.765, 111.932 for 2 laps. So, nice view of the pit complex. It's lovely and wintry here. Night has fallen in. Yeah, I mean, we came here thinking we were going to get some fantastic weather, and it's been ridiculously windy the whole time. So we've basically just frozen in a wind chill. It's been more of an issue round about us where we've had wildfires, and that has left us left the right behind the track there is a huge amount of infrastructure and prevention to try and prevent and sort the wildfires out. They actually did come around this sort of area. There's a large number of fire trucks. There's a encampment of local prisoners who are on a detail to beat out the fires if they turn up. And more importantly, you shouldn't park in the fire lane, as I found out when I got my car moved on. So whilst temperatures, in theory, have been quite warm, the winds kept it cold, and now as the sun's gone down, it is getting a little bit chilly. But you do get this very nice effect of the floodlights. Actually, do me a favour, can you zoom right in, please, on that starting grid, starting gate? Cool. Thanks for that. Just wanted to cover it. I'm just checking a camera thing. It's fine. You can zoom out again now. So next up will be, rather unsurprisingly, Heat 9 of seeding practice, the final round of seeding practice for RC2. Let's see who's talking to us today. Hello, Jay Grimster. Hello, John P. And MX304. No, this isn't the Proline track. The Proline track is about... We went to the Proline factory. And the Proline factory is about 8 minutes from here. And their track is similar, but not the same. John P, thank you for covering Slovakia. Thank you. This obviously is a interesting time of day when... Realistically, I'm trying to think what time of day it is. So it's 11 o'clock in the East Coast. It's 4 in the morning in the UK. It's 5 in the morning in mainland Europe. 6 in the morning in Finland and Russia. So most people are asleep. So those of you who are watching, the few of us who've joined us, hello, how are you? It's good to have you with us. For a little bit of broadcast test. This is what this is, obviously. As the cars rev up and think about going. So it's Camden Line in 1, Dean Rock in 2, Don Vinkemulder in 3, Cole Jensen in 4, Cody Watson in 5, Brian Givens in 6, Greg Degani, former world champion from a long time ago, in 7, Ben Dexter, Australia in 8, Kurt Kellum in 9, and Pheelong Nguyen in 10. This is the penultimate of the seeding groups for RC2. Got one more after this, number 10. Then we will go into the final seeding group for RCGP. So this track was built from scratch. They leveled the previous track, I think, on Sunday, and then built it over the course of the week, and it is very, very up and down, as they say. The actual track itself is carved into a hillside, so it's got a natural elevation from the driver's stand to the back of the track, where our camera here is. There's a natural rise, I'd say, of probably about 20 feet, actually, perhaps a bit less, perhaps 12 feet, the natural rise. And they've obviously made that more precise by pulling as much as possible. Let's take the leading car, whoever that blue and white car may be. Stay with him, even though he's crashed. He's earned his time on telly. Now he's at the bottom of the hill again. I see now Zach's gone off him again. White wing, right at the top of the track. Zach going downhill into the bottom of the circuit, turning back up again. And he's going to come up to the pole corner. Now, that's a pole jump. That's it, good stuff. No idea who he is, by the way. He's got 2 cameras in as he goes over the little quad. It's the grid for you. As you can see, all Americans, apart from one Australian, Ben Dexter. This is just a warm-up, by the way. Just a bit of fun. Everyone in RC2 on handout Proline tyres. They are the supplier for this event. I think we've had a different handout tyre for all the for RC2 events. And it's good to see the tyre manufacturer supporting RCGP in its inaugural season. Actually, in my excitement, I forgot to check actually who that car was that we're covering. Now, normally this big zoom in works, but in this lack of light, oh, not so much. Well, he's going to the pits, a chance to see who it was. It was car 9, so that was Kurt Kellum. That bright green car, which is ahead of him, getting fueled now, bright green with yellow wheels. Can you see it in the pit lane? Car number 8. We'll go with him next, because that's Ben Dexter. Not going to be Ben Dexter from Australia, but more importantly, because I could see who it was with his associated chassis. There's Dexter. So he flies up now. Any second now. And now he comes up to the media tent and then right along the top of the track before going down the steps to the bottom of the circuit. Then he'll turn over that double, fly up the top to the pole jump. There, don't hit. Oh, he's hit the pole jump. I'm going to try another replay, see what happens. Oh, it's working. The replays are now working. I've obviously managed to empty the store of weird ones and got a real one now. So replays are back up and running. Excellent stuff. So Dexter coming up and over the pro line jump. Sorry, for Wall of Death. Sorry, it's very late here. I've got a bit of a cold. I think actually that lap didn't count anyway, so he's probably all right. Oh, that does count. But don't forget, they're only looking for fastest 2 laps here, so you can have a lot of issues. One of which would be finding the track. It's dark. It wasn't dark. The last round they did wasn't dark. This is the first time they've run the dark since they've been here. Oh, stopped dead there. Dexter climbs up and turns past the infinity corner into the 4 little jump to the quad and then up and over the starting gate. And you'll see that starting gate in action in the RCGP warm-up race. Or seeding practice, sorry. In about half an hour's time. That's not 20 minutes' time. This is the 5th time they've been out on the track so far today. They've had 3 open practices. This is their second seeding practice. It's not always jumping the right way, is it? It's Dexter's car. Okay, just drop back 1 car. We'll see what we get. Oh, I thought I read that one, but I didn't. I think it might be 8. Let's find out when it comes underneath the... That's not 8, is it? Is it 8? It is 8. Thank you very much. Both me and me equal. We were on 8, and now we're on something else. What are we on now? That's 5, isn't it? I think that's the 5 car of Cody Watson. I am mostly guessing these numbers, by the way. Yeah, that's either 5 or 6. It's much easier. Oh! Whoa! Let's see that again. So he comes up, he clips the pole of part of the pole jump, and then rolls 2/3 of the track away. Never quite slowing down enough to see who he is. Is that 9? I think that might be 9. It might be Kurt Kellum in the 9. Or is it 5? Realistically, my eyes are far too old for this in this weather. What I might do is try and work out when someone goes across start-finish, because then their blue line will finish. Because the progress meter. So if someone's not progressed very far, I don't think it's 5. Is it 6? I think it's a 6. It is the 6 of Brian Givens, isn't it? Yep, that is car 6 of Brian Givens. That is what's commonly known as the longest method of elimination ever. To find out it was Brian Givens who had those spectacular crashes. Let's drop back 1 car. Start the whole process again. Yellow and white machine, top of the circuit. And dropping down to the hairpin over the double. And this is the pole jump. This is the pole, which is always the key point. times on the race does. What number is this? Again, it's guess the numbers. The problem is dark weather. Yeah, magnifying glass. You didn't hear him, James. He's got something from me off camera. Oh, bit of a misunderstanding in the middle air there. Bang. Not sure I blame with that one. Nice marshalling though. Quick stuff. And that is car 4 of Cole Jensen. We'll get there eventually, don't we? To Cole Jensen. He's actually our leader. Best of a 35.3. Best 2 laps of 1:11.222. That last lap was 38.5 with the accident. So Cole Jensen leads this one. Avoid the pole. So there's number 4 of Cole. Let's see if we can just drop back one more car and see who we get at this point. And it is... Oh, no, and again, we've had him already. One more. There we go, the orangey car. Orange with a big, bright yellow wing. That wing seems oversized. Now, who is this? Let's see who it is. Crossing the line now, that is car 3 of Don Vinkermulder. Now, that's a name to conjure with. So Vinkermulder, whereas he's currently 6th in this one, as the cars begin their individual finishes. I mean, but they've all got perhaps anything up to a lap and a half or even 2 laps possibly. Oh dear, no, got away with it. That's not the track, and that's upside down. Ron's not really made the most of his last lap. His best 2 were 1:14.217. Through the pro line wall of death. Always do another lap. Main straight. That's Thunder Alley hairpin before they come downhill to the bottom, well, to this part of the circuit. They climb back up to the media centre. The tent up there where the media are. That's us, really. And this is really running across the ridge at the top of the track. Over the whole shot. And then they climb back up over this double. Over the jumps and into the pole jump there, which they both aren't going to make because they've kind of crashed in that corner. And it's just an illusion. Was that actually an oversized wing? I don't know. It does look too big. Another lap? Are you sure, Don? No, I thought not. Don was just pushing a little bit there. Oh, Mr. Vinkermulder. He does love his extra races. He came in the back door as such, as they say. And carried on going. It's 2 p.m. in Australia. 10 p.m. in Texas. Hello, Preston Phelan. Hello, John P. Mike Henkin label. Ding, ding, dong, pole shot. Well, some interesting. You wait until you see the actual start of the RCGP thing. That's a bit interesting. Yeah, we're just giving you a 45-minute hour. This is a little bit of a stress test, actually, of some of our systems as well. So we're just, because we're obviously on live tomorrow. But remember, when we're on live tomorrow, we'll be on the RCGP pages, starting at 10:25 local time. God knows what time elsewhere. So hello, Sam Adams from Wisconsin, USA. So just remember, we're not actually going to be on this tomorrow. We're going to be broadcasting RCGP paper, just doing the tests on ours, because it's a standard. Mike Hecklen liable. Hi again. Hi, Mike. Pole of punishment. Yeah, Slam, you're not wrong on that. Pole of punishment. There's been a lot more people hitting that should be. The pole is actually there to prevent the driver. Zach, can you give us a look at the pole, please, which is in the middle of that corner, just to your left? There we are. That pole there is actually designed to stop the drivers cutting the corner, which you could quite easily do. You could actually come off the top of that jump there and just hop the corner. So they put the pole there to stop them doing it. and it's claimed a number of victims of all levels of ability, from not much to quite good. There's the evil thing. The Pro Line. Pole of Doom. Yeah, sure. Bear me a second, quick thing off mic. Needs a face paint on it, says Slam. I think you're right. What EU time did the main start? Oh, blimey. Tomorrow's mains, the 2:15-minute mains tomorrow, which again on the RCGP Facebook page, are starting at... what time is starting here, Stefan? Saturday. So they're having at 7:30 and 9. So that means in mainland Europe, they'll be starting at 9 hours far. So they're starting at 4:30 in the morning and 6. So probably watch the repair. So and then the hour-long final will be starting at 3:30 in the morning because it starts at 6:30, I think. So quite early in the morning is the answer for that. So obviously they'll be archived and you'll be able to watch them all. So, and we are off again. And who we picked up? Let's get everyone on the same car, and we are going to look at the white car going down the main straight now. All white, just coming up the hill towards the Thunder Alley hairpin. Have absolutely no idea who that is. Could be any number. Stefan's my extra eyes here today. He's helping me out with this. But I think that's 1, isn't it? Yeah, I'll go for 1 or 7, that's for sure. Right, this marshal turns... Oh, that's 3. Hitting him. That's slow marshalling, isn't it? It doesn't matter at the moment. And no, it's 9. That's car 9. Thank you for that. This is a replay of them making more little cars. So that was car 9 of Richard Saxton. So some well-known names in this heat. We've got Aaron Dexter in 1, Tyler Brown in 2, Carl Johnson in 3, Anthony Westergaard in 4, Steve Harris in 5, Colin Hertz in 6, Ryan Pavardis in 7, which is obviously Mark Pavardis' son, Dylan Nelson in 8, Richard Saxton, the king of association, in 9, and Ryan Taylor in 10. But they haven't started yet, so that's fine. So we're with Saxton at the moment in the 9 car, who's disappeared off the side of the track there. Oh, the zoom of doom. We're zooming and looking. Oh, it's all gone horribly wrong. Ooh. So, over the top of the track with Saxton, which is... So this bit counts now. So at this point now he needs to start with, well, once he goes across the start-finish line, which I'll point out to you in a second, it all starts. That's the pole jump, up and over the infinity, and into the little quad, and then over the starting gates, which will be more obvious what they're all about later, and through the Pro Line wall of death. And now he's started, because just before they hop up on the main straight, that's where time and scoring is. So that wasn't exactly tight to the apex, but it's got good rotation on that car. He comes across the crest at the top of the hill and over the whole shot and up through that double. So Thunder Alley track rebuilt last week. Just to remind you, this is RC Racing TV, where they deliver a preview test broadcast from the RCGP USA series, round 7 and 8 this weekend. Those will be on the RCGP YouTube page, and they aren't now, but there will be links to it in the description when we finish this broadcast. So if you want to try and find where they are, those YouTube pages will be linked, and they'll also be on our Facebook pages and everything else as well. That's the whole shot. That'll come more evident later, what that's all about. So Saxton, as we've been watching him, has done a 37.4 and 37.4. 35.3 is the best from Westergaard. Drop back one car, guys. And we found another white body. That's good news, isn't it? From white body A to white body B. Well, my guess is this may well be the 5 car of Harris. I'm just guessing from elapsed time. Yeah, that is the 5 car. So Steve Harris becomes one of 2 white cars going through the Pro Line Wall of Death. 35.3, most of that lap we saw there was. Drop back to the first non-white car. It's amazing you may find these gaps. So it's the blue, white with red flashings. So he's now going back over the little quad. 1-1-1-4. No one's really flying that one. They go big air over the start-finish gate, which will say keeping you suspense what that was all about. I think that's a 7 car, isn't it? So that's a 7 car of Ryan Pavardis, son of world champion Mark. Just lost himself. Just lost the car down, slid down the outside of that bump. Lost quite a bit of time. He comes around the pole jump, up over the infinity hump for the little quad. Oh, spinny, spin. And then checked up a bit. This little quad, no one's really doing an awful lot with it, but it's biting quite nasty there, wasn't it? So Pavardis up on another lap, up at the top of the hill. Drop back one car. I think it's a red and a reddy orange thing next. There we are. Just shows how my colour coordination is the distance. It's not. It's bluey red. This is the 8 car. Got that one. 8 car. Dylan Nelson. Suddenly a bit of focus and to be able to see when we read the numbers. Nelson currently scored 7th in the 2-lappers of this. Best 2-lappers are 1:10.5 by Steve Harris, and then 1:10.6 by Aaron Dexter, 1:10.8 by Anthony Westergaard. This is 2 laps consecutive, which will be how they're... Oh dear, has he broken it? Nope. That's how they'll be seeded for tomorrow's RC2. RC2 follows a similar pattern to standard races tomorrow, with 3 rounds of ordinary IFMAR style qualifying, and then it all gets a bit more interesting, and I'll talk about how it gets more interesting when we get to that tomorrow. And then Saturday, and Sunday, it is nothing but finals for RC2 as their Christmas trailer up to the top. Now the other thing to point out is that, of course, RCGP on the other hand is 2 separate events. Saturday and Sunday are 2 separate events. Saturday has 4 qualifying rounds and 2 15-minute finals aggregated, whereas Sunday has 4 qualifying rounds and an hour main final. Just those of you interested, this is my name is Nick Damon. Cutting the camera is James Parry. On the cameras, this camera is young Zach Fenning, and when we change the other camera, that is Ash Leontine. So we've got the 2 of our 3 youthful cameraman. We have Ash, who of course is the captain of the men's badminton team, and Zach, who is unnaturally in love with his camera. Not this one, his own personal camera, which effectively I believe is closer to him than any woman ever could be. I hate to think they call what they call me from behind my, but I'm not there. No fair, they are actually rude to my face. I'm not going to worry about that. So this is the go back one car to the orange, the green and yellow car behind them. We should have another lap and a half to go. Not quite sure who this is. Oh, the crash. Will I get a chance to look at the number? No. Just getting a feeling of 3. Could be wrong. Let's see. So is that the 3? No, it was the 2. It was the 2 of Tyler Brown. Old age eyesight there. So it looks like Aaron Dexter has the Australian has pinged in a 109.5, which is going to make him, I think, the top seed for the RC2. Best lap 34.6. Aaron, I remember, was at the DXR with his pole of doom. Oh, and what actually happened? So that one just missed it. He turned. The idea to turn up the corner and just slam it down the pole. I think that pole could claim many a victim as we enjoy the 2 days of racing that will be on tomorrow and Sunday. Which takes a Mayfield, Tester and Spencer in. Well, Mayfield, Tester and Spencer aren't any of the heats. Is that Ryan Harris racing? I don't know. Ryan Harris's name's down. Ryan Harris is racing, yeah. Ding, ding, dong. Topic. Okay, so next up is the RCGP event. So we've got the RCGP final coming up. Final qualifying, sorry. Not the final. So we've got some quite well. We've got Cavalieri, we've got Ongaro. We've got an RCGP. Let's see, we've got let's look at them as they're down. So the RCGP grid will be comprising of David Ongaro, Patrick Hoffer, Evan Vale, Ryan Lutz. We have Colt Ogden, we have David Ronefelt, we have JQ, Jesse Quad Green, we have Max Mort, and then we have Ryan Cavalieri and Juan Carlos Canas with Lee Martin and Carl McBride are your 12 runners and riders for RCGP. So I'm not sure they're going to warm up, and then they're going to do the very exciting thing with the start. And the start is very different. Jacobs, why do Americans wear hoodies? Because it's blooming freezing out here. I can tell you, it's not super warm, lovely California air. It's blooming cold. Yep, they're going to, but they're going to. I'm not sure whether they're going to do it straight away or whether they're going to give them 2 laps of warm up first. But it's exciting for us. This is. If excitement is the correct word, I'm not sure it is. But you're about to see David Ongaro, Juan Carlos Canas, Dave Ronefelt, Carl McBride, Jose Quad Green, Col Ogden, Lee Martin, Max Mort, Patrick Hoffer, Ryan Lutz, Ryan Cavalieri, and Evan Vale. So 4 Americans for the American round of RCGP. They're supposed to get a 2-minute warm-up first. And then they'll line themselves out for the interesting start, which is how they're going to start all the races. They're going to have an absolute, genuine motocross-style hole shot. Got some sweeping going on there from David Ishwood, the man behind the RCGP series. There's Andrew, who runs Thunder Valley. It's actually not actually different camera at the moment. So So they've already decided which driver's in the first gate and second. Where you go? Can we get a shot of the gates? There we go. So as you can see, there's 2 rows of gates there. There is the first gate, has 6 kind of prongs up. And that is where the front 6 cars will go. And then behind it, where the back 6 cars will go, there's going to be a high-tech wooden block placed under the far left one there. And they're going to count down, and they're going to pull the block away, and they're all going to go like Billy-O, with the idea that they get to the whole shot first. And that's the whole shot camera, which is just around the first corner. But they're going against the grain of the track. So effectively the track doesn't go where it should go. Well, this will be much more evident when it happens, which is a while yet, because they're going to warm up. So complicated. We've had to have a meeting off air about how we're supposed to film this hot shot. Hot shot? Whole shot. Hot shot, that was a very early Tamiya car. Yeah, hot shots, part D and part There's a massive sweeping action going on now. Mr. Ishwood giving it full broom action. Can someone give us the pit lane and some cars for a second, Ash? So we've got there we are. So we've got all the cars. I can tell you from the far left, you have that's Patrick Hoffer. Then the driver, you can see there you've got Evan Vale, you've got Max Mort, you've got Cole Ogden looking cold. Lee Martin looking a bit less cold. Then you've got Carl McBride there. There's Ronefelt, his own special designer wear. And some bloke called Davide Ongara, I think I've heard of him. Ryan Lux has got an extra jacket on now. Ryan Cavalieri, Patrick Hoffer. And I think actually one Carlos Canas. That's Mao. Don't look at him, he's not important. I think one Carlos Canas has sneaked up there a second ago as well. I think there's Canas. He's still not quite sure where he's supposed to be starting. No, he still wants to know where he's starting. Where am I going? What's going on? I'm supposed to be in this race. I'd like to point out that no one's ever done this before. And the ongoing level of confusion proves why no one's done it before. But they are practicing it twice before they do it for real tomorrow. There's people taking pictures. So there we go. It's all very well lit. The pit lane. There's not any too many dark areas of the track. But these are... Well, there's JQ right on the far end. Is Zach being attacked? Yes, so someone's decided they want to have a look as well from the top thing. I'm not sure who. Because Zach's not on his own, he's on his perch. So this is Ash with a view, as you can see. Very nice view of the entirety of the pit lane. Top and bottom. Okay, then I'm going to get 2 minutes of warm-up, I think. So take the first car. Take the first car out, whoever it is. All right, this is going to be our new boy, Evan Vale, running for Beach RC. There we are. So he'll go around. They've got 2 minutes, so we'll get a little bit of a Evan Vale speciality. Nope, it's already broken down. So it's the yellow and orange car just at the top of the track. Vale. Getting used to the rigours of RCGP. He's about to turn round now onto the little quad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's re-catch them out as he goes flying over. This is the gates. Now you know what the gates are. It's flying right over the gates. He goes over the pro line or into the pits. Didn't want to be on camera for too long. Full beach RC. Is it all right? No, I've broken it already. Let's pick up the next car over the Pro line, which is one of the green machines. I think it's probably JQ. Yep, that's the Joseph Quagreen, the man, the myth, the legend, in the USA. Not, you know, many think he's brave to come here. The number of friends he's made. But the affable Finn. He really is actually quite a nice bloke, but don't tell him. Don't tell him I said so. You should never believe anyone's online personality. It's not what they really are. So, rather than just starting the timed period, they're going to be called in a second. Drop back one, boys. Let's see if we can pick up more cars. That is that's with Evan Vale again, isn't it? And drop back one more, please, wherever that may be. I think it's that car coming down the coming up towards the media corner now. There he is. Now that is white, and I think that's Canas. Canas, I think, has decided to have a non-painted body, which if he then decides to go for a painted body, will get a big slap. But that'll be the 23 of Canas. It should be, because I believe that Martin, who was wearing a white body earlier, has switched to a full painted job. He struggles round the infinity corner there and over the quad. These guys are also looking for best 2 laps in this seeding practice. So now all the cars going back to the pits again, and then they'll be walked out one by one in a very severely managed way by Mal. So in they go. So there we go. There's all the cars coming in. There'll be a kind of a structured walkout in a second. So they're walking out now one by one. I think Evan Vale is starting. So let's see where they're going to place the car. So Vale's got first choice. So Evan Vale effectively is in pole for this one, as he's got first choice. And now he's chosen inside corner. Now the second choice is they are actually going from the inside. I'm not. Oh no. So see, outside front there has been chosen by. So you got Cavalieri got second choice. Lutz got third choice. So Hoffer's got fourth choice, and then fifth choice is going to be Max Mort. Sixth choice, and there is Mrs. Mao with her 15. I think we are 15 seconds. It's still lining them all up. Everyone's a bit confused about this whole situation. It's rather amusing, actually. So the second row is being placed. So the second row is getting ready. There is a block of wood. You can see that Andrew, the track owner, has it on the front row than the left. There we go, 15 seconds to go. Mrs. Mao giving, Evelyn, we should say really. Evelyn is giving it the waving. Oh, I know it's 5. Oh, that's very dexterous. Well done, Evelyn. Here it goes. Let's see how this goes. Oh, they're off. It's pretty big chaos, but who's going to get the whole shot? It's that car, which I think actually is the car that's leading at the moment, which is going to be Lutz. So Ryan Lutz got the whole shot. And Lutz leads away. Of course, this isn't a race. This is also 2 laps of whatever you can do. But the whole shot was got there by Lutz. So he leads. And if this was a race, he'd be leading quite comfortably. So Lutz is one of the wild cards here, one of the 4 Americans, 3 of which have not taken part before. We've got Lutz, Cavalieri and Evan Vale, and then we've got Cole Ogden's been there a bit for a while. So Ronnefout putting up a battle with Lutz. Let's make Ronnefout the focus now, because we're just trying to get some shots of everyone. So Ronnefout there flies up and over the Pro Line circuit, and the first lap's in 34.8 for Ronnefout, currently the fastest individual lap. McBride, they've done a 34.6. So they get 6 minutes and a lap to do 2 fast laps, and the laps are around 35 seconds. So actually a little bit shorter than the laps we've seen in some of the other rounds of RCGP. Let's drop back one car from Ronafalk. And that is going to be the Canas white machine. So Canas will cross the line. So he's just taken Carl Bride out. He's very unpopular. 34.3 from Ronafalk there for the fastest lap we've seen so far. And a 109.131 for 2 laps. Canas's lap we were watching was a 34.6. Cole Ogden's gone to the top of the 2-lap average. The 909.048. So they come down the bottom part of the circuit. Come back up again. They're going to come right up to the pole of doom. Managed to miss that one. And let's drop back one car. Now we've got to the quad again. And see what we get at this next car. And it's the blue and green machine. I think, is that Patrick Hoffer? I think that's Hoffer's car. Let's have a look if I'm right. And I am. So that's Patrick Hoffer, Swiss driver. It's Davide Ongaro's teammate in Scuderia Scampirosso. Ogden still holds the best 2 laps, the best single lap from Ronafalk. Oh, and Ogden, it's one way of doing it. Ongaro's got a 34.1 for the fastest lap so far. Oh, Hoffer in a nightmare. Okay, but drop back one from Hoffer because he's having a nightmare. And the next car up is, I think, Vale again, isn't it? Yes, Evan Vale, yep. So Vale in the orange and yellow car coming down the start-finish straight. It's going to climb up the hill and into the Thunder Alley hairpin. Will then drop down again. It's because it is carved into a hill. It very much reminds me of the sand circuit, which is carved in a hill. That sand circuit is weird, and it's kind of like end on, so it's thin and long, goes up the hill a long, long way. That's all about elevation changes. So Vale, let's I think we need to drop back 2 actually to the car behind Hoffer, which is the red and white machine of Carl McBride, the Infinity driver. Ronafalk's now back up to the best 2 laps. 108.2 with a 34.0. Ongaro 109.3. Ogden a 109.01. With McBride with 2 minutes and 24 seconds to go. So I'm trying to find where we can go. We're going to give us someone a bit different. Let's go on to the Pro Line Wall of Death now. And the car just come up, which is the yellow and red car. And that is Ryan Cavalieri, former multiple world champion in electric off-road. And obviously one of the shining lights of IC within the States and worldwide. So Cavalieri making his guest appearance. Well, he's making his appearance for the S-Works team, joining Juan Carlos Canas and replacing Elliot Boots. Boots and Canas. The decision was quite easy there because Canas done all 3 rounds and Boots only done 2, so Canas was in a better overall chance of success. And I did speak to Elliot when we saw him at the Worlds in Slovakia. He was quite disappointed because he wanted to come and do this event, but there's only 2 slots on the S-Works team, and obviously with Cavalieri being S-Works' works driver in the States, it made sense to have him here. And then Canas had more points than Boots. So Cavalieri comes over the little quad. Let's see if we can drop back 2 and pick up the big bright orange wing plates of Davide Ongaro. So Ongaro, the man who's completely dominated RCGP so far this season. He's won all 6 rounds, all 6 races won by Ongaro. He's already the champion. And he actually has just managed to get himself up into pole as well with the fastest 2 laps. That last lap was a 33.885. We joined at the back end of it. So Ongaro, not only has he won all 6 rounds, he's now looking to be top of seeding practice as well by about 900ths of a second over Ongaro. Though I don't know what the times were in the first round, so we'll get that printed out overall by Stefan as soon as this race finishes, both this race and the overall situation. But Lee Martin's currently timed 3rd with 108.606. There's about 2 laps to go. And Ongaro with that last lap went a little bit quicker with his 2-lap average. He's down on 107.9. Ronafalk's just set the fastest lap on a 108.106. So if he can back it up with a good lap now, he will go back to the top of the timesheets. But it's two good ones together is not always that easy to do. Ongaro jumping nicely sideways there across the quad, tightly across the start-finish gate. And he'll finish now, and he's finished on a 107.96. The question really is what Ronafalk can do behind him. And Ronafalk's next lap is a... Ronafalk didn't get a time for that one. 33.7 went across the line, and it didn't score him. Bit strange. It's often strange things happen. So Ongaro's actually finished, so he should be pulling into the pits at this point. But he's just carrying on going. Ronafalk can still do it. And he hasn't. Because there's been a miscount. So we're going to have to look at this. There's been a miscount with Ronafalk's lap. So Ronafalk has a miscount with lap. It may well be that it was the other lap that got miscounted, but Ongaro has 107.9 at the moment. Ongaro 107.906 for 2 laps. Ronafalk 108.1, Ogden 108.4, Martin 108.6, Mort 108.1, and 108.9. That's all 2 laps. We'll find out how many laps the finals are. Don't forget the RCGP qualifiers are a number of laps. They're not a certain amount of time. So, interesting to sort of that. So,
you put cars behind other vehicles there. You can't even loading or unloading. You need to find a parking spot and get moved so the fire marshal doesn't.
So a lot of announcements there about the where the car should go, because it's obviously at the end of the racing for the day. There will be a. We need to shut that door. For the noise. So we need to just find out what's going on with the. Yeah, there's an argument in Swedish now about missed lap. That's rare. No, you missed. They're not there at the moment. No, we saw it, honestly. That was Mr. Ronafalk questioning the marvellous Swedish time played with Stefan, and Stefan sitting there looking at his cameras going, what the hell did that happen? So that is sort of the where we are today. Tomorrow we're back on the RCGP pages. Thank you for joining us. It's been great to have you. So thanks to all of you. And that was just a little bit of fun. A little bit of start. We just wanted to get that hour in the way. And we will see you all tomorrow, hopefully, for RCGP, starting all different times of the day, depending where you are in the world. And we will see you then. Thank you for being with us. My name is Nick Damon. We're at RC Racing TV. What a lot of fun. Catch you tomorrow for a full day of RC2 and RCGP racing, including either in a convenient time or a convenient time in the evening for the US, or a quite nice time in the afternoon for Australia main final, or very, very early in the morning for Europe. Anyway, enjoy yourself. See you soon. Bye for now.